typically speaking, it's relatively rare for an insurer to ask for a blood test, and I'll tell you why. So if you look here, I've got in front of me one of the mandatory medicals for a particular insurer. This particular insurer says, look, you're applying for up to $2.5 million worth of cover, and you're under the age of 45, you don't need to do any mandatory blood tests or any mandatory medicals at all. If I'm below 50, that's at $2 million. If I'm below 55, it's $1.5 million. If I'm below 60, it's $1 million. And if I'm over 61, it's $500,000 worth of cover. What that means is that if you were a standard life and you were to apply for a policy, you wouldn't need to do any blood tests at all. However, what we do see is when you get over those sums insured, then what will typically happen is they'll ask for a mini check and a blood test, right? It's typically done by a mobile nurse or paid for by the insurer. That's when you're starting to get to those higher sums insured. So getting over the $2.5 million, up to $5 million for somebody who's below 45. So as you can imagine, you've got to be looking for quite a big, high level of cover before that applies. That's as far as the blood tests go. The other time they may request a blood test is they may need an updated reading of a particular medical condition that you might have. So let's say, for example, you have high cholesterol or you might have diabetes, but you haven't had a recent HbA1c or you haven't had a recent cholesterol reading. You might not have been to the doctor for 12 months. In those sort of circumstances, they may also ask for a repeat of those tests just to get a more current, up-to-date reading. But typically speaking, I would say the vast majority of applicants don't have any blood tests requested. And the other method that they may also look to do, as opposed to going for a blood test or a quick check, which is just a height and weight check and a urine test. The other one is where they might write to your doctor to get a better understanding of your particular